YouTube, what's going on? Back with you again, trying to stay consistent in life. I tell you, it has gone from, I feel like a video every day to a video once a week. Got to do better with that consistency. That's what this is all about. Plus, your man Dante London said, hey, anybody can get paid on YouTube. So let's talk about these random phone calls. Let me know if y'all also get these random phone calls. So we'll start off with random phone call number 1. My kid's father, I got 2 kids' fathers. So one passed away, one is still here. So he has been calling a little more frequently these days. No clue why, because my kids got phones. So if you want to reach somebody, just go ahead and do what you need to do. Anyway, so his sister calls. And I don't know. We speak once a year, once every 2 years, something like that. Don't get me wrong. If I call her in the need of something on more than one occasion, she has been there. So it's not like I don't feel like there's bad blood, but the conversation was so odd. So odd. For one, because you called. For 2, because she's not the beat around the bush type of person. But in this phone call, she was very much the beat around the bush. But she wasn't really beating around the bush, like, because every question she asked, it's like she already knew the answer to. So it was like, why did you make the phone call? So, and then it had a whole bunch of nothing to really do with my daughter. So I didn't understand why we were really on the phone. So she calls and she's like, hey, just checking in on you guys. I think I saw that your kid's father had passed away. I was like, yeah, he passed away. And she was like, yeah, you guys doing all right? She's like, I would have called, but I wasn't sure if, that was him. So I just didn't reach out. And that's neither here nor there, because I am not particularly a reach out person. Like, friendship to me is I'm the person you can call when you need something. I can't say I'm going to call you on your birthday because my mind just be full of stuff. Doesn't mean I don't love you any less. I'm not the person that's going to sit on the phone with you every day. You can 1000% miss me with any type of gossip. But hey, you can't make it to pick up your kids. I'm there. You need to vent about what's going on in your household and you needed to go nowhere else. I'm the person to call. You understand what I'm saying? Such and such is at the hospital. I'll show up. But I'm not just hang out at your house every weekend. You at my house. I know every inch of your life. I'm just not that person. So anyway, so she calls and she's like talking about the kid's father, and she didn't really know if that was him, and her condolences, and that's fine. And so we go on with the conversation, and she says, yeah, because I did reach out to Deli. Deli is the mother of my deceased child's father. Yeah, I reached out to her and gave her my condolences. So why you acting like you didn't know he was dead, or you wasn't sure if that was my kid's father, if you already reached out to his mom and gave her your condolences? That right there let me know you already know what time it is. So why are we really on this phone? And why are you with the bullshit? Because from what I know about you, you ain't never with the bullshit. So anyway, I just keep it cordial. I am so good at that. I am so good at letting people be exactly who they are. I'm not trying to really figure out your motives. I'm not trying to stop you in your tracks to set the record straight. I just let people be exactly who they are, because then you can always know who a person really is. You understand what I'm saying? So, and she was telling me about, I asked her about her family, and she was telling me about her husband, her kids, and I didn't know she was working down at the port. Girl, our whole family worked down at the port. My younger sister is down at the port. She was like, your younger sister down at the port? I said, yeah, she's been out there. I don't know how long. I don't think it's on a consistent basis, but she's out there, twit card, doing what she need to do. Oh yeah, who? Ash? Well, I wasn't going to say my sister's name, but Ashley. Again, why are you acting like you don't know what's going on? She is answering every question she is asking me herself. I swear to God, you never have to hunt down for information. If you just let a person talk and be who they are, they will always show you exactly who they are. That's why I don't understand people who try to trap and manipulate people into finding out the truth. The truth will find you. If you gotta set up a trap to find somebody, it probably ain't nothing to be found. It's probably in your head. You want something to be true. So you create situations so that it can be true. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, and so I let her know that, yeah, my sister's out there and Quasia's out there, which is Deli's daughter, which is my deceased child's father's sister. So I was like, yeah, Quasia's out there as well. Oh, yeah, Quasia out there? I said, yeah, she sells dinner out there. Oh, I didn't really know that, but I did see her a time or two out there at events, but I didn't really know what was going on. Okay, yeah, she out there. She's selling dinner. She's been doing it a while. It must be working for her because that's all she does. And she said, yeah, I know she came out there because she used to be like a CNA or a phlebotomist or something. She was like, yeah, I saw her a time or two. She came out to check our temperatures during COVID. But yeah, I didn't know she was out there selling food. Okay, but you saw her at a couple of events. And then she goes on saying that, she ain't never tasted food. Um, I feel like that's where her ego was coming in because I think she's known for cooking herself. Every time I've spoken to her on many occasions, and she in the kitchen. I've seen her on Facebook, pina colada cake, macaroni and cheese. So I think she really does her thing in the kitchen. But I think a little bit of her ego didn't want this younger generation doing what she was not doing per se. This is just me grabbing in the air, but it just seemed odd. You acting like you don't know she out there cooking, but then you telling me, yeah, you have seen her at a couple of events. You telling me that, oh, I've never tasted the food, and maybe you haven't. But then it really kicked off when she was like, oh well, yeah, I didn't know she was successful at that kind of stuff because she always wanted me to cook for her, cook crabs for her. I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. So is my brother calling you? I've spoken to him a time or two. Oh, because my thing is he should be out here taking care of his kids. I agree. I agree. Is he sending money? None of this is none of your concern. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to send money now? If I tell you he's not, are you going to send the money, or are you just verifying what you feel like you already know and gaining information on what you don't know? I was like, I just let him and Bella do the talking because I don't feel a need to verify what I got going on in my house with nobody. So she was like, yeah, because that's his only child and he should be doing X, Y, Z. Hey, I agree. And then she goes again, he's sending money? Is he sending money to you or to her? That's neither here nor there. You understand what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. Yeah, because I had to tell my kids years ago that child support is my money. I've spent my whole life taking care of y'all, and you don't know what I had to do to make sure things was correct. So when child support comes, that is my money. And she was like, Candy, that is your money. Okay. All right. Okay. Not a problem. And I just didn't really get the conversation. I really just did not get the conversation. And I feel like I've been getting multiple weird conversations. It's like my household is really on some people's mind. And then so I got another call from a guy. And me and this guy, we dated. Very toxic relationship. You thought it was great when you were in it, but looking back, very toxic relationship. Probably on both our parts. You don't want to place blame nowhere. Probably on both our parts. So, but he always kept in touch with my daughter throughout the years. Partly for clout. Let's go ahead and keep it 100. Partly for clout. I'm sure he loved her. Listen, I could count on some money coming for back to school. I ain't sure about any other situation, but back to school and graduation, he was 100% there for a child that technically wasn't his. He was just in the mix when I was pregnant, and we appreciate what you did. But for the most, it's just for clout. It's just for clout. I feel like that's a typical Charleston man behavior, because if there's a family function, they want you to dress like them. Knowing they ain't calling like 3 to 6 months. Family event come up, wedding come up. It's, oh, my daughter this and oh, my daughter that. As soon as the wedding over, you don't really hear from them anymore, you know. Or when they had a new girlfriend, you know, oh yeah, she ain't mine, but I take care of her. That type of bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And we see the bullshit, but like I said, I let people be exactly who they are, because then you know who they are. You understand what I'm saying? So he calls me out the blue. I ain't spoke to this man probably since my daughter graduated high school. And neither here nor there, because my kids got phones. You want to contact them, go right ahead. I don't feel a need to talk to you. But I know for a fact that over the years, him and Quasia, again, my dad, children's father, sister, I know they have been talking. How deep it goes, we don't know. At least we're going to act like we don't know. So they talk, and they talk intimately on some occasions. So he calls me, oh, I haven't talked to such and such in a while. Well, you know, she in Greece, and they on their first boat tour, so you're not going to talk to her. And I feel like you already know that, you know what I'm saying? So why are you calling my phone? And even if you didn't know that, you call Quasia way more than you call me. So why is you calling me? Why are you calling me? At any given time, you have never, ever felt the need to not call Quasia. So why are you calling me? Oh, well, I mean, I just haven't spoken to her. She's out to sea right now. They'll pull back into Greece, and they'll be there for a little while, and then they'll go back to Spain. Oh, okay, I just, wanted to touch bases. Okay, all right, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? I don't reach out. Why is you reaching out, child? I don't know if y'all get these conversations. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all get these situations where people, they really just want to be nosy. They really just want to know what you got going on. They want to know where you sit at in life right now. And I guess that just makes their life fulfilled, knowing that they understand what you got going on in life. I don't give two damns about what anybody else got going on in their household. You hear me? I don't care if you up or you down. If you down, I'm praying for you. If you up, I'm saying congratulations. And that's the gist of it. I ain't trying to get in the mix. You understand what I'm saying? No, I had one family member that I would treat really personally. I don't even do that no more. Y'all, we'll have that conversation another time. I'm going to tell y'all about the goodest cousin in the world and how our relationship, it just transitioned. We just going to say it transitioned. You know, he had a new place in life, and I had me. So, and then you got these people at work. Now, mind you, I don't really talk to nobody at work. I ain't got no reason to. I put on my headphones and I am in a zone. You can catch me randomly dancing all over the line because I ain't here for y'all and y'all messy. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't talk to nobody. But if I happen to be on a station where we have to work together, I'll speak. And not only will I speak, I'll make sure you have a good time, because I'm going to have you laughing the entire time, because I got a decent personality. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about my kids. We ain't talking about nothing too personal, because I ain't got time. But I feel like when you have good conversation, you don't have to. A lot of people, the only time they can have conversation is when they talking about somebody or when they laughing at somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's their validation. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But that's not me. I got good conversation, so I don't have to sit around the entire 2 hours that I'm working with you and you hear about such and such. Let me tell you what happened. This is I got plenty of conversation. I can keep you laughing the entire time, and we ain't talk about nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Because it just ain't even in me. It just ain't even in me. So this guy, he calls me, and I had stopped talking to this guy, honestly, because his woman called me. Again with the random ass phone calls. First of all, if you saw this man, not because he's a bad looking man, not because he's a bad person, he just ain't my person. But if you looked at him and looked at me, you would know there is no compatibility there. You understand what I'm saying? Nor am I am not 2025. I am not 2025. And what I mean by that is I am not side chick. I am not threesomes. I am not I'm just not in that part of life. You know, if we deal, then we deal. I'm not about to be your side chick, and we not about to have threesomes because it's cool. And I feel like that is an epidemic, and it damn sure is an epidemic in BMW. You hear me? Because they all sleep together. You hear me? They all sleep together. But anyway, neither here nor there. So my phone ringing, and I didn't know the number, so I just let it ring. But it kept on ringing. I was like, okay, my daughter out to sea. She might be on a Skype phone. Let me pick up the phone. Jump out the shower. Hello. You know Tim? Who is Tim? Oh, Tim, you work with. Where Tim work at? He work where you work. Where do I work at? And why you on my phone? Oh, I just wanted to know who you were and if this is the lady who works with Tim. I don't know no Tim. You got to give me more than that. And she gave me his last name. I still didn't know who she was talking about. Because first of all, Tim ain't even on my mind. What's on my mind is who is this and why are you on my phone? I don't even know what Tim's last name is. So when she said the last name, I still have no clue. I was like, listen, I don't know what to tell you, but maybe you need to ask Tim. You understand what I'm saying? She was like, no, you invited Tim to a dinner. Oh, God. Yes, I did. And I need you to get off my phone immediately. Immediately. Because this is what I don't do. Oh, and she must have heard it in my voice. Oh, no, he just told me that you invited him to a dinner. You invited us to a dinner. And you were a real nice lady and you wanted to meet me. I said, no, I don't. And if I did want to meet you, I don't want to meet you now. I said, if you ever have any other questions about me, you need to ask Tim. Hung up the phone. And I never talked to Tim again, probably for like, that happened in like October. My daughter wasn't going to be here for Christmas, so I was having a dinner and I was inviting men co-workers because my sisters was going to be here and I wanted them to have somebody to mingle and mix with. So I invited like 3 guys from my job. So I ain't talked to Tim since October because I don't even need that kind of drama in my life. And then the other night, I had to work with Tim. This is the first time I worked anywhere near Tim since that happened. And I was like, I do not want to work with Tim, but we had to work together anyway. And he was like, well, I ain't really want to work with you either. I say, good, because I don't need your woman calling my phone. He was like, yeah, I know. And he went into it all, and we talked for the 2 hours. But then yesterday, Tim calls me on the phone. Tim never calls me on the phone. For what? And so when I pick up, he was like, oh, I thought you was scared. You wouldn't pick up because why you already with the drama? Oh, well, I was just calling to see why you wasn't at work. That is none of your business. That is none of your business why I was at work. And furthermore, I feel like you only calling me to figure out why I wasn't at work so you can go back and tell somebody. I got a sick child. Everybody know I got a sick child. And no matter how big and strong he is, when he feel bad, he feel bad. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, these are just the weird ass phone conversations that I've been getting. And people wonder why I do not answer my phone. This is why I don't answer my phone. Even when it come down to family members, I can send out a group text. So like I said, I'm not the type of person who remembers birthdays and da-da-da and da-da-da. So when my kids have a birthday, I take into consideration that people might not know it's my kid's birthday. So I will send out a group text. Or if I'm coming home for a weekend, I'll send out a group text and I'll let everybody know, hey, if you're not busy, show up. If you're busy, I'll catch you on the next go around. No feelings lost. One family member, it's always one family member who act like they ain't get the fucking text and will call. Oh, is there something going on? Did you not get the text? Oh, well, I mean, I don't know what's going on. My phone, that. It's always something wrong with the phone. It's always something wrong with the phone. And usually I let people be who they are. Yeah, this, that, and the third. But it was like in the later part of last year, it just was too much going on. So I did have a little bit of attitude because it was just too much going on. Kid's father died. My son was getting over a tumor. My daddy was getting over chemo. And thank God my sister then was there for him because I live way out here. But they really held him down. I had shit going on with the job. So it was like my patience was a little stretched at the end of last year. You know what I'm saying? I got good rest in me now, so ain't nothing bothering me at all. You know. But I was like, man, you got the text. Oh, when is the graduation? I've sent you 3 text messages. And then they get mad at me when I'm frustrated with them. Oh, well, you ain't got to act like that. Stop. You ain't got to act like that. You do not have to act like that. Just be normal. Hey, I just got your text. I can make it. I can't make it. I'll try to make it. We don't have to do the roundabout. We do not have to do the roundabout. So then it came to a point where she stopped replying to everything. But I knew she was still getting the messages because like one time I was like, hey, I'm coming down. Y'all tell grandmama to have that hand ready. When I tell y'all I do not eat pork, it got to be a rainy day in hell for me to eat pork. Like, I don't really want no bacon. I don't really want nothing pork. I can't tell you the last time I had a pork chop. But when I tell you my grandma make a good ham, she don't cook too many things. You hear me? And when she do cook, it's been a time or two where it didn't come out that right. But she can roll a ham. You hear me? She can roll a ham. I'm like, hey, I'm sending out this group message. I'm coming home. Somebody call and tell my grandmama I need that ham ASAP. So later on that day, I called my grandmama. I said, Grandma, I'm going to need that ham. She's like, I know, such and such. Call and told me. The same motherfucker who always act like she don't get the message, she don't know what's going on, be the first one. Be the first one. And they don't understand that. That's why I don't really call. Because y'all act real cute and subtle. But that phone chain y'all start with that gossip, y'all can miss me with it. Y'all can miss me with it. Well, that's my 20 minutes, y'all. You know, I only really get on here and do 20 minutes. So that was my 20 minutes. We on YouTube trying to be consistent. We on YouTube trying to make that extra change while we out here driving Lyft and everything else. It's a beautiful year, y'all. Y'all be easy.